Did you know that the world record for the heaviest pumpkin is over 2,600 pounds? If you think your local farmer's market has big produce, wait until you see what nature and a little human ingenuity can really do. Welcome back to Stellar Eureka. Today, we're exploring the world of giant fruits and vegetables, where ordinary produce is taken to extraordinary new heights. From oversized pumpkins to mammoth watermelons, these fruits and vegetables aren't just big, they're record-breaking. In a world fascinated by bigger is better, it's no surprise that growers worldwide have taken to cultivating colossal versions of everyday fruits and vegetables. Whether it's for breaking records or simply the thrill of the challenge, these supersized specimens are truly a sight to behold. Atlantic Giant Pumpkin. In the world of giant pumpkins, the Atlantic Giant is the undisputed champion. These pumpkins, often tipping the scales at over 1,000 pounds, are the result of careful cultivation, optimal growing conditions, and a touch of competitive spirit. The current world record for the largest pumpkin was set in October 2023 by Travis Geinger, a seasoned grower from Minnesota. His Atlantic Giant pumpkin weighed in at an astonishing 2,749 pounds, breaking previous records and setting a new benchmark in the competitive pumpkin growing community. But what does it take to grow a pumpkin of this magnitude? The journey to a record-breaking pumpkin begins with the right seeds, specifically bred for their potential to grow to enormous sizes. These seeds are then planted in nutrient-rich soil, often enhanced with organic matter and compost to provide the pumpkin with all the nutrients it needs. Growers must carefully manage watering, sunlight, and temperature to ensure optimal growth, and many even build specialized greenhouses to protect these giants from the elements. The Atlantic Giant pumpkin's rapid growth is one of its most fascinating traits. At their peak, these pumpkins can gain as much as 50 pounds a day. This incredible growth rate is the result of the plant's ability to absorb and to store large amounts of water and nutrients, which are then funneled into the developing fruit. The process of transporting these massive pumpkins to competitions is a logistical challenge in itself, requiring cranes, flatbed trucks, and a team of helpers to carefully move the delicate giants without damaging them. Despite their enormous size, these pumpkins are not typically grown for consumption due to their less than ideal texture and flavor compared to smaller pumpkin varieties. Giant cabbage. While cabbages are usually humble members of the vegetable family, giant cabbages are anything but ordinary. These massive vegetables can grow to sizes that defy belief, leaving gardeners and onlookers alike in awe. Giant cabbages have become a staple of competitive gardening. One of the most recent records was set in January 2024 by Jenny Bourg, a home gardener in Louisiana who grew an astounding 44-pound cabbage. This mammoth cabbage set a new state record and showcased just how big these vegetables can get with the right care and conditions. Growing a giant cabbage requires more than just a green thumb. It demands dedication, patience, and an understanding of how to optimize growth. The journey begins with selecting a variety known for its size potential, such as the Giant Green or Copenhagen Market. These cabbages are planted early in the season to take full advantage of the growing period. As the cabbages develop, they benefit from the constant sunlight, which helps them photosynthesize more efficiently, leading to their impressive size. Watering and fertilization are critical components of growing a giant cabbage. These vegetables require consistent moisture and a rich supply of nutrients to support their rapid growth. Gardeners often use organic fertilizers rich in nitrogen to help the leaves grow large and lush. Protecting these cabbages from pests is also essential, as even a small amount of damage can hinder their growth. In places like Alaska, giant cabbage competitions are highly anticipated events where growers compete to see who can cultivate the largest, most impressive specimen. These competitions celebrate not only the size of the vegetables, but also the skill and dedication of the growers behind them. Despite their enormous size, giant cabbages are still edible, though they may be tougher and less tender than their smaller counterparts. However, most of these giants are grown for the glory of the competition rather than for the dinner table. The largest watermelon, Carolina Cross. When you think of summer, you probably picture a juicy slice of watermelon. But the Carolina Cross watermelon is far from your average picnic treat. This variety of watermelon is known for its jaw-dropping size, regularly breaking records and leaving people in awe of its colossal proportions. The Carolina Cross watermelon is the heavyweight champion in the world of melons. This variety, specifically bred for its enormous size, can easily surpass 200 pounds, making it the largest type of watermelon in existence. In fact, the current record holder is a staggering 350.5-pound watermelon grown by Chris Kent in 2013. While that record still stands, the quest to grow even larger watermelons continues, with recent contenders weighing in close to 300 pounds. One of the secrets to growing these giant melons is ensuring they receive consistent watering and plenty of sunlight. As the watermelon grows, its sprawling vines can cover large areas, and the fruit itself can gain several pounds a day during its peak growth period. Growers often have to use hammocks or other supports to keep these massive fruits from resting directly on the ground, which can cause blemishes or rot. However, the Carolina Cross watermelon isn't just for show. Despite its massive size, it retains the sweet, juicy flavor that watermelons are famous for. While most of these giants are grown for competition and not for consumption, they still make quite the statement at fairs and festivals, where they are often displayed as the star attraction. Jackfruit. Native to South and Southeast Asia, the jackfruit is known for its massive size, unique texture, and versatility in the kitchen. But it's the sheer scale of this fruit that often leaves people speechless. Jackfruits are the largest tree-borne fruits in the world, regularly reaching weights of 50 to 80 pounds, with some exceptional specimens tipping the scales at over 100 pounds. Recently, a farmer in Queensland, Australia, made headlines with a giant jackfruit weighing an incredible 114 pounds. Similarly, in Kerala, India, 2 giant jackfruits have been vying for the Guinness World Record, each weighing over 110 pounds. These fruits are not just big, they are colossal, with some growing up to 3 feet in length and nearly 2 feet in diameter. Growing a giant jackfruit requires ideal tropical conditions: warm temperatures, plenty of rainfall, and rich, well-drained soil. The trees themselves can grow up to 70 feet tall, with each tree capable of producing 100 to 200 fruits per year. The challenge for farmers lies in supporting these enormous fruits as they grow, often using slings or nets to prevent them from falling prematurely and damaging the tree or the fruit. Giant onion. Onions are a staple in kitchens around the world, known for their pungent flavor and versatile use in countless dishes. However, when it comes to size, there's one onion that stands head and shoulders above the rest: the giant onion. These colossal bulbs are the result of years of dedicated cultivation, and they're setting records that are hard to beat. Back on September 15, 2023, a gardener in the UK broke the world record with an onion weighing an astonishing 19.77 pounds. This massive onion was grown by Tony Glover, a seasoned giant vegetable grower who has honed his skills over decades. His onion was showcased at the Harrogate Autumn Flower Show, where it earned the title of the world's heaviest onion, surpassing the previous record by a significant margin. Growing a giant onion requires more than just good soil and a green thumb. It's a year-round commitment that begins with selecting the right seeds, typically from varieties known for their size potential, such as the Kelsey or Elsa Craig onions, with optimal growth conditions from the very start. As the onion plants grow, they demand meticulous care. Growers like Tony Glover use nutrient-rich soil, precise watering schedules, and regular feeding with specialized fertilizers to encourage the bulbs to reach their maximum size. The onions are also given plenty of space to expand, and they are protected from pests and diseases that could hinder their growth. The result of this intensive care is a bulb that can be as large as a small pumpkin. These giant onions aren't just a novelty, they're a testament to the dedication and expertise of the growers who cultivate them. Giant Highland Banana. In the remote highlands of Papua New Guinea and Indonesia, there grows a banana that defies all expectations, the giant Highland banana. This remarkable fruit is the largest banana species in the world, and it's nothing short of extraordinary. The bananas themselves can grow to an incredible length, with some reaching up to 12 inches or more, far surpassing the size of a typical grocery store banana. But it's not just the length that's impressive. These bananas are also much thicker and heavier, with a single fruit weighing as much as 3 pounds. To put it into perspective, that's heavier than some newborn babies. The banana trees that produce these giants are equally astonishing. Towering up to 49 feet tall, these trees are among the tallest in the banana family. The trunk, made of tightly packed leaf bases, can be as wide as a person's waist. The leaves themselves are massive, often used by locals for roofing material or to wrap food for cooking. The sheer scale of these plants is breathtaking, making the giant Highland banana not just a fruit but a spectacle of nature. In the highland regions where they grow, the bananas are a vital part of the local diet. They are often harvested while still green and cooked before being eaten, as the ripe bananas are not as sweet as the ones we are accustomed to. The longest zucchini. Imagine growing a vegetable in your garden that ends up being taller than most people. In Ontario, Canada, one gardener did just that, cultivating a zucchini that stretched the limits of what anyone thought possible, literally. This particular zucchini didn't just grow, it soared to a jaw-dropping length of 8 feet 4 inches, earning its place in the Guinness World Records. Zucchinis, or summer squash as they are sometimes called, usually make their way into our meals at a much more modest size, around 6 to 8 inches long. However, with ideal growing conditions, rich soil, consistent watering, and a bit of horticultural know-how, these vegetables can grow far beyond their typical size. Gardeners aiming to break records often focus all the plant's energy on a single zucchini, resulting in a massive, elongated vegetable that captures attention and admiration. Despite their size, these zucchinis aren't destined for the dinner table. As they grow larger, their flesh becomes tough and filled with seeds, better suited for future plantings than for culinary use. Instead, they stand as symbols of what can be achieved with passion, persistence, and a bit of gardening magic. The heaviest and longest carrot. In the world of competitive gardening, carrots have taken root as one of the most astonishing vegetables to break records. Not only can they be grown to jaw-dropping weights, but their length can also stretch the limits of imagination. Let's take a look at the most colossal carrots that have ever graced the earth. First, the heaviest carrot on record was grown by Peter Glazebrook, a seasoned gardener from the United Kingdom who has made a name for himself in the world of giant vegetables. This carrot tipped the scales at an extraordinary 22.44 pounds, a size that would dwarf most other carrots you've ever seen. But it's not just about weight. Carrots can also break records for their incredible length. The longest carrot ever recorded was grown by Joe Atherton, also from the UK, measuring an astounding 20 feet 5.9 inches. To achieve such length, these carrots are often grown in specially constructed deep soil beds or tubes, allowing their roots to extend much further than typical garden soil would permit. The heaviest radish. Radishes are often small, crunchy, and add a peppery bite to your meals. But what if I told you there's a radish out there that could make you rethink everything you know about this humble vegetable? In 2023, a Japanese company shattered all expectations by growing a radish that weighed an astonishing 101 pounds, equivalent to the weight of a baby hippo. This colossal radish set a new world record, making headlines around the globe. The radish in question is a variety known as the Sakurajima radish, native to the volcanic soils of Kagoshima, Japan. Historically revered for its size and flavor, this particular variety has been cultivated for centuries, but never to the extent seen with this record-breaking specimen. The secret to its massive growth lies in the advanced agricultural techniques and the use of organic fertilizers, specifically crafted from fermented botanical raw materials. These practices provided the radish with an optimal environment, allowing it to reach an extraordinary size that most people wouldn't believe possible. While you won't see a radish of this size in your local grocery store, the story of the Sakurajima radish serves as a powerful reminder of the wonders of nature and the endless possibilities that come from combining human ingenuity with the natural world. the heaviest sweet potato. In 2004, Manuel Perez, a farmer from Lanzarote in Canary Islands, Spain, grew a sweet potato that tipped the scales at an astonishing 81 pounds 9 ounces. This massive tuber holds the Guinness World Record as the heaviest sweet potato ever grown. The soil in Lanzarote is known for its fertility, which, combined with a climate ideal for sweet potatoes, provided the perfect environment for this giant to thrive. Manuel Perez paid close attention to the nutrient balance in the soil, ensuring that his crop had everything it needed to reach its maximum potential. The cultivation process involved careful monitoring of water levels to prevent the sweet potato from becoming waterlogged or drying out. Consistent care, protection from pests, and optimal spacing allowed this tuber to grow without competition, maximizing its size. This record-breaking sweet potato didn't just make headlines in Spain, it gained international attention, showcasing the possibilities of agricultural innovation. Giant tomato. Tomatoes are a staple in kitchens around the world, but when it comes to sheer size, the beefsteak variety takes the crown. These tomatoes are already known for their large, meaty fruits, but in the hands of dedicated growers, they can reach truly astonishing sizes. One such example is the giant tomato grown by Gordon Graham in Edmond, Oklahoma, which set the Guinness World Record in 1986 for the heaviest tomato, weighing in at a whopping 7 pounds 12 ounces. Beefsteak tomatoes are naturally predisposed to grow larger due to their genetic makeup, which scientists have studied to understand the factors that contribute to their size. These tomatoes have more cells than the average tomato, allowing them to expand much more than typical varieties. Growers like Graham take advantage of this by using techniques such as pruning, optimal spacing, and careful nutrient management to push these tomatoes to their limits. In the UK, another tomato enthusiast, Douglas Smith, made headlines in 2021 when he grew a massive beefsteak tomato weighing 6 pounds 13.9 ounces. Smith's approach involved using pantyhose to support the growing fruit, preventing it from splitting under its own weight, a clever trick that likely contributed to its impressive size. But it's not just about the weight. The beefsteak tomato's flavor is just as important as its size. These giants are known for their juicy, rich, and slightly tangy taste, making them perfect for slicing onto burgers, sandwiches, or enjoying fresh in salads. Giant cucumber. Cucumbers might be a common sight in gardens and kitchens, but some have taken this humble vegetable to extraordinary new heights. In Barry, Wales, a truly colossal cucumber was grown by Kevin Forte, smashing the Guinness World Record for the heaviest cucumber at an incredible 29.3 pounds, making this cucumber almost as hefty as a bowling ball. Kevin Forte, who is no stranger to cultivating giant vegetables, meticulously nurtured his cucumber from seedling to record-breaking size. By employing a combination of nutrient-rich soil, precise watering, and supportive structures, Forte was able to guide his cucumber to reach its full potential, aiming for a world record and far exceeding the average size you might find in your local grocery store. Interestingly, despite its enormous size, this giant cucumber maintained the crisp texture and mild flavor that cucumbers are known for. While its size makes it a showstopper, it still offered the same culinary uses as its smaller counterparts. Giant Kohlrabi. Kohlrabi, often referred to as the German turnip, is a unique and fascinating vegetable that has gained a reputation for its potential to grow to massive sizes. This member of the cabbage family typically thrives in cooler climates, making it a favorite among gardeners in temperate regions. The Superschmelz, or giant white Kohlrabi variety, is particularly famous for its ability to grow far beyond the usual size of kohlrabis found in supermarkets, sometimes exceeding 20 pounds. The Superschmelz variety stands out because it remains tender and edible even as it grows larger, unlike other varieties that may become tough or woody if left in the ground for too long. Gardeners aiming for record-breaking kohlrabis often let their plants mature over extended periods, allowing them to reach truly colossal sizes. In 2007, Scott Robb of Palmer, Alaska, set the world record for the largest kohlrabi, with his specimen weighing an astonishing 96 pounds. Rob, known for his expertise in growing gargantuan vegetables, has captured multiple world records, making him a legend in the world of competitive vegetable growing. Kohlrabi is not only a record-breaking vegetable, but also a nutritional powerhouse. It is rich in vitamins C and K and provides a good source of dietary fiber, making it a healthy addition to any diet. Whether you're growing kohlrabi for its impressive size or its nutritional benefits, this vegetable offers both a challenge and a reward for gardeners. Giant cauliflower. The giant cauliflower, grown by Peter Glazebrook from Nottinghamshire, England, stands as a remarkable achievement. Weighing in at an astonishing 60 pounds and measuring nearly 6 feet wide, this colossal cauliflower is more than 20 times the size of a typical supermarket variety. Such a feat didn't happen by accident. It's the result of meticulous care, expert knowledge, and an unwavering dedication to pushing the boundaries of horticulture. To cultivate a cauliflower of this magnitude, Glazebrook employed a combination of precise techniques, starting with selecting the right seed variety known for its potential to grow large. The sheer size of this cauliflower made headlines, but what truly captured the public's imagination was the idea that something as common as a cauliflower could be transformed into a world record-breaking wonder. This giant vegetable not only showcased the possibilities within gardening, but also inspired others to explore what could be achieved with patience, care, and a deep understanding of plant growth. The heaviest pineapple. Among the tropical fruits, the pineapple is a symbol of hospitality and a favorite in kitchens worldwide. But when it comes to size, some pineapples are truly larger than life. The heaviest pineapple on record tipped the scales at an impressive 18.25 pounds, grown by Ikamuk from Ice Village in West New Britain Province, Papua New Guinea. This giant pineapple shattered previous records and became a point of pride for the region, showcasing just how extraordinary fruit cultivation can be in the right conditions. Growing a pineapple of this size requires a deep understanding of the plant's needs and a bit of tropical luck. Pineapples thrive in warm climates with plenty of sunlight, and the right combination of rich soil, regular watering, and careful pruning can lead to exceptional growth. In the case of this record-breaking pineapple, the conditions in Papua New Guinea's fertile lands, combined with meticulous care from the grower, contributed to its massive size. The heaviest butternut squash. The current world record holder for the heaviest butternut squash is an astounding 104.5 pounds, grown by Jason L. Scott from Amosville, Virginia in 2022. This giant gourd is a testament to the dedication, skill, and patience needed to cultivate such an enormous vegetable. Butternut squash is typically known for its sweet, nutty flavor and versatile use in the kitchen, making it a favorite for soups and roasts. However, growing one to this colossal size requires more than just regular gardening techniques. The technique behind growing these gigantic squashes lies in selecting the right seeds and providing optimal growing conditions. These include plenty of space for the vines to spread, protection from pests, and ensuring the plant receives adequate sunlight throughout the growing season. The result? A butternut squash that is not just a culinary delight but also a true marvel of nature. Giant eggplant. The humble eggplant has made a name for itself with some truly extraordinary specimens. Recently, an Iowa gardener grew an eggplant weighing in at an impressive 6.6 pounds, heavier than a Yorkshire Terrier.
A new world record has been set by an eggplant grown here in Iowa.
And it's been verified by the Iowa Department of Agriculture. They say Dave Bennett from Davis County grew this, an eggplant weighing 8 pounds, 8.33 pounds, excuse me, don't want to short him. It also measured at 28 inches around and 32 inches from stem to bottom.
Typically known for its role in dishes like ratatouille, baba ganoush, and eggplant parmesan, the eggplant is a staple in many cuisines worldwide. However, growing an eggplant to this size is no easy task. The secret to growing such a large eggplant often lies in overwintering the plant, allowing it to mature over multiple growing seasons. This method gives the eggplant more time to develop and achieve its record-breaking size, proving that patience and persistence truly pay off in the garden. The heaviest peach. Picture a typical peach, small, juicy, and perfect for a quick snack. Now imagine a peach so large that it defies all expectations, a fruit that weighs nearly 2 pounds. In 2023, one such peach shattered records, becoming the heaviest ever recorded at an astonishing 1.9 pounds. This colossal peach was grown in Macon, Georgia, a region that proudly carries the title of the Peach State. The grower behind this extraordinary achievement spent years honing their craft, using expert pruning, fertilization, and a deep understanding of optimal growing conditions to produce a fruit that far exceeded the size of any ordinary peach.
This is an average size peach. Now put it next to the other peach and it's almost 3 times the size.
The sheer size of this peach not only stunned the local community, but also garnered international attention, setting a new benchmark in the world of fruit cultivation. Weighing more than twice the size of a typical peach, this giant fruit demonstrated just how far dedicated horticultural practices can push the limits of nature. The story of this record-breaking peach is a perfect example of what can be achieved with passion, expertise, and a little bit of Georgia sunshine. Giant bottle gourd, calabash. The bottle gourd, also known as calabash, has a long history of use across various cultures, both as a food source and as a versatile tool. However, it recently grabbed headlines not for its traditional uses, but for its extraordinary size. An Indian-Australian family achieved a remarkable feat by growing a bottle gourd that reached an astonishing 8 feet in length, smashing previous records and garnering international attention. Historically, the bottle gourd has been cultivated for thousands of years, believed to have originated in Africa. It spread across the globe, carried by ocean currents and human migrations, finding its place in numerous culinary traditions. Growing a bottle gourd to such immense proportions is no small task. It requires a deep understanding of the plant's needs, including selecting the right variety, like the green snake bottle gourd, known for its potential to grow exceptionally long. Ideal growing conditions, including plenty of sunlight, rich soil, and regular watering, are essential. Giant beetroot. Few vegetables command attention quite like the colossal beet grown by Bob Saunders in Prince Edward Island, Canada. Weighing a staggering 51.5 pounds, this beet isn't just a marvel of nature, it's a testament to the dedication, knowledge, and sheer patience that goes into cultivating record-breaking produce. Saunders began with the careful selection of seeds known for their potential to yield large crops. But the journey from seed to behemoth beet required much more than just planting and waiting. Saunders meticulously enriched the soil with essential nutrients, monitored water levels to ensure consistent hydration, and protected the beet from pests and diseases that could stunt its growth. The result was a vegetable that broke records. This giant beet didn't just impress with its size, it maintained the deep, earthy flavor and vibrant color that beets are cherished for. Such a combination of size and quality is rare, making this beet a true standout in the world of giant vegetables. It's a perfect example of how dedication to gardening can yield extraordinary results, even from the most unassuming of plants. The heaviest bell pepper. Bell peppers, also known as sweet peppers or paprika in parts of Europe, are a popular vegetable in cuisines around the world. They're loved not just for their crisp texture and vibrant colors, but also for their versatility in dishes from salads to stir-fries. However, some bell peppers are grown not just for taste, but for their enormous size, breaking records and captivating gardeners and food enthusiasts alike. These peppers can come in a variety of colors, from green when unripe to red, yellow, orange, purple, and even brown, depending on the cultivar. Each color represents a different stage of ripeness or a unique variety, with red bell peppers being the most mature and often the sweetest. The quest to grow the heaviest bell pepper is a challenge that requires not only the right growing conditions, but also patience and a bit of luck. And who better to have both than Peter Glazebrook, the seasoned giant vegetable grower who's practically the king of colossal crops. In 2023, Peter added yet another feather to his cap by growing a bell pepper that weighed in at a whopping 1.6 pounds, setting a new Guinness World Record at the UK National Giant Vegetables Championships in Worcestershire. It's clear that if there's a giant vegetable competition, Peter Glazebrook is sure to have his name written all over it. Bell peppers are not only a culinary delight, but also a nutritional powerhouse. They are rich in vitamins A and C, providing a boost to the immune system, and are also a good source of fiber and antioxidants. Whether grown for competition or consumption, bell peppers offer both impressive size and significant health benefits. Giant strawberry. In 2021, a strawberry grown in Israel took the spotlight not just for its taste, but for its extraordinary size, setting a new Guinness World Record for the heaviest strawberry ever recorded. This colossal strawberry, grown by Israeli farmer Chahi Ariel, weighed over 10 ounces. To put that into perspective, this single strawberry was about 5 times heavier than an average-sized strawberry. The fruit, which measured about 7 inches long, 13 inches in circumference, was the result of a variety called ilan, known for producing particularly large berries under the right conditions. The record-breaking strawberry was grown using advanced agricultural techniques, including the use of Haifa Group's nutritional products, which are designed to optimize the growth and health of plants. Despite its size, the giant strawberry remained perfectly edible, although it was likely best enjoyed in smaller portions. This incredible feat has not only put Israel on the map in the world of giant fruits, but also highlighted the potential for agricultural innovation in producing record-breaking crops. The largest grapefruit. One particular grapefruit from Louisiana made headlines not just for its taste, but for its gigantic size. In 2019, this extraordinary grapefruit shattered records by becoming the heaviest ever recorded, weighing in at a jaw-dropping 7 pounds, 14 ounces.
But first up, this one's out of Louisiana. Check this out, a Guinness World Record for the biggest and heaviest grapefruit in the world. Pretty cool. It was grown in Slidell and weighs 7 pounds, 14 ounces. The circumference is almost 29 inches.
Cultivated by Mary Beth and Doug Meyer in Slidell, Louisiana, this massive grapefruit was nearly the size of a volleyball, with a circumference that measured about 28 inches. The couple, who have been nurturing citrus fruits for years, were astonished by the fruit's exceptional growth. Their success was the result of a perfect combination of meticulous care, optimal growing conditions, and a bit of good fortune. The Meyers dedicated themselves to providing their trees with the right amount of water, nutrients, and sunlight, all while leveraging Louisiana's naturally favorable climate for citrus growth. Their efforts paid off in a big way, leading to a grapefruit that was not only massive, but also a testament to their gardening expertise. This colossal grapefruit dethroned a long-standing record that had remained unbeaten for over a decade. The heaviest turnip. Not all turnips are created equal, especially when they're nearly the size of a small boulder. In 2021, a legendary figure in competitive vegetable growing named Scott Robb set an incredible world record by growing the heaviest turnip ever documented. This colossal root vegetable tipped the scales at an astonishing 63 pounds, a weight that could rival that of a fully grown child. Robb, who is no stranger to growing oversized vegetables, achieved this feat in his garden in Alaska. His secret to cultivating such a massive turnip involved a meticulous combination of selecting the right seeds, applying organic fertilizers, and ensuring the turnip received ample water and sunlight. Alaska's long summer days, with nearly 24 hours of sunlight, also played a crucial role in the turnip's extraordinary growth. The turnip size was so impressive that it left many in awe, and it quickly became the talk of the Alaska State Fair and gardening community. Robb's dedication and expertise in growing giant vegetables have earned him numerous accolades, but this world record turnip stands out as one of his crowning achievements. The largest blueberry. Imagine holding a single blueberry that's so large it barely fits in your hand. An absolute giant compared to the typical size you'd sprinkle on your morning cereal. A farmer in New South Wales, Australia, grew just such a blueberry, setting a new Guinness World Record for the heaviest blueberry ever recorded, weighing in at a whopping 0.57 ounces. This giant blueberry was harvested in late 2023, with the record confirmed in March 2024. It was cultivated by David and Liasa Montalto, who have long been passionate about perfecting their berry growing techniques. The couple's dedication paid off in the form of this record-breaking berry. The blueberry not only dwarfed its ordinary counterparts, but also captured global attention for its incredible size. What makes this achievement even more remarkable is that blueberries are generally known for their modest size and delicate nature. Yet this one was robust enough to grow to nearly the size of a small plum without compromising on quality. The Montalto's blueberry was as flavorful and nutritious as it was large, proving that size doesn't have to come at the expense of taste or health benefits. From massive pumpkins to enormous watermelons, these giant fruits and vegetables are proof that nature always has a few surprises up its sleeve. Incorporating these foods into your diet, even in their regular sizes, can offer tremendous health benefits. Which of these giant fruits or vegetables surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content like this. This is Stellar Eureka signing off.